Shalom, shalom, shalom. First off, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Wakwakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders and bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutation to all you Akims pushing this truth and presenting your bodies as a living sacrifice. On Mashiach, the children of the light, hoping I can edify you with yet another lesson. So we know a lot been going on with Esau's rat race and everything, and nobody's more vested and swept up in this circus than Jake, right? And so I just wanted to start off with this very, 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 very lovely picture of Kamala Harris and her family. She got her husband, and then you can see her two children, right? And what a very, very, very beautiful and wonderful family this is. But what you don't see is, right? And this before, right, Jake, right? Because Jake is gonna move based off Jake emotions, right? No logic, no research, no facts, no data, no statistics, no reasonable observation, no educated observation, and nothing. Just all based off Jake feelings, right? And then now you have the spirit of, the Jake women really riled up to get behind Kamala Harris, right? But the thing is, how can you stand behind someone that doesn't stand for you, right? Because here you go with this gonna be the new face of the black family, right, in America, right? Understand? And so this is how this is one of the many tactics that Esau uses to appeal, because he's done a diligent search, right? He knows what makes Jake tick, right? He knows it's going to get them riled up. And this is was and I love bringing this image up to give Jake, the average 2/3 nigga, the visualization, right? This is what you're rallying behind, right? A so-called black woman that doesn't love the black man and has not even produced black children. Understand? So, when I see this, I obviously see a picture of self-hatred, a hatred that she don't want her partner to resemble her, and she don't even want her children to resemble her, and these aren't even her children. But the scriptures say, if they could, they would deceive the very elect, because obviously, what I mean, gotta be an agent, and this is just all very well-paid actors. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I call it now that he's been her handler for a long time, and these are paid actors as well, a part of the same wicked society. So let's get right to it. Start off with Ecclesiastics 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness, right? And we know with the Democrat Party, with Joe Biden down to her, even with Republicans, they all serve the same masters, right? They all got the same agenda. They all got the same end goal, just how they go about it differently, right? But say never trust thine enemy. So how can you look at this woman as a friend and an ally, right? On the very, very basic earthly level, right? Before we even get into the spirit. How can you look at this woman and look at what she calls her family and say that this woman is for you? This woman didn't even help create a black family, so how can she help advocate and push for any equality, right? Any progression, right, of the so-called black family, for the so-called black man and black woman, right? What is her agenda? What is it that she stands for? Who is it that she really stands for? So how can you trust this? And I had a conversation with, a Jake woman earlier. And I say we've had the benefit of actually seeing what she was able to do the last 4 years, which was nothing. So what more can she do? She had the second highest office in the country. Well, we know they all formalities, but we didn't see her advocate for anything that's going to improve the quality of the so-called black man and black woman in Babylon the Great, right? So how much more is she going to do as the president for you? Understand? Because we know that the Asian Americans got the executive order, right? We know that the LGBTQ got their executive order. Understand? We know a lot of people got executive orders to get they to be protected and for their people to be progressed, except all of the people that's really rallying behind her, and which is more so the Jake, the Judite woman. Understand? Cool. John 10 and 12. No, I only started John 10 and 11. But I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. That's right, because the shepherd is hired, right, to protect the sheep, right, from danger. The shepherd is there to get the sheep from A to B, to get the sheep from the source to the destination, right? To watch over the sheep, to watch them at night while they sleeping, to make sure that the wolves don't get them at night while they sleeping, to make sure other poachers don't come and steal the sheep, right, from the master, right? So the shepherd is there to stand in between the sheep at any danger, to make sure that the sheep don't lead themselves astray and off a fucking cliff, right? Sheep herd mentality. But he that is a hireling, right, and not the shepherd, right, because the hireling don't own the sheep. The shepherd owns the sheep. The hireling just watches over them, right? Whose own the sheep are not, right? Because the sheep don't belong to the hireling. They're not his. He doing his job. Seeth the wolf coming and leaveth the sheep and fleeth, right? And so we say, right, the job of the shepherd is to protect the sheep. Understand? So you hire this hireling like, yo, man, watch my sheep, protect my sheep. But the hireling say, nah, man, these sheep are not my sheep. Let me dumb it down. These people are not my people, right? So when he see the wolf coming to claim the sheep, to kill the sheep, or to harm the people, he fleeth, right? Because he's not going to lay down his life for what's not his. And the wolf catches them and scattereth the sheep. You understand? The sheep don't belong to this guy. So he not going to put himself in danger for the sheep. When he see the wolf come, he going to get out of the way. Right? Same thing when we go back to her. Right? How can you say she's going to be, how can you think she's going to champion for black people when black people are not her people? She's a hireling. Understand what I'm saying? She's not going to do anything but scatter you more and let the wolves come to consume you further. How can you look at this and say this is a representation of me, right? She's going to advocate for me. This is going to embody the progression of me. Understand? And man, we know how Esau worked because this is great, right? Because again, it's the eradication and the removal of the black man, right, who is the shepherd of the women and children, so that the wolf can come and consume the women and the children, right? So we saw the same play with the civil rights movement and feminism, right? The civil rights movement was deterred by feminism. Feminism was established to cripple the civil rights movement because essentially the feminist movement took half of the soldiers out the civil rights movement to go fight another stupid battle, which is the women. So the women left the civil rights movement and went to fight on the front lines for the feminist movement, right? Which feminism is aimed at the white man, right? By the white woman, right? To scatter the sheep. And we see that today with the Jake women, because Jake women don't care. The median income for black families in America is like $40,000-$50,000. But talk to the average Jake woman about what her gripe is, and she gonna say equal rights for women. Let's Google that, bro. Median income, black American. According to statistics, the median income for black households in the United States in 2022 was $52,000. And now here we are in 2024, and the dollar is worth even less, right? 49% of black households earn less than 50,000, while 51% made 50,000 or more. Your people are in derision. They are hurt. They are beat down. They are sorely oppressed. And your biggest gripe is you want to stand behind this and fight for equal women rights when your men don't have rights. You would never be more powerful than your men. They need to remove your men to make you even more vulnerable. For the few aquas out there that's listening, the few women that's listening and learning. Understand what I'm saying? And if I pronounce that wrong, I'm still getting my Hebrew down. So, you know, The water, give me a little grace. But at the end of the day, right? That's what we're looking at, right? That's what this puppet was also put in place for again. Understand what I'm saying? Not only to continue to do what the system has done, but continue to put that wedge in between the men and the women. But yeah, you want to trust in your enemy, right? When the scriptures tell us not to, right? When we know she's a hireling, right? You can look at the picture and tell she's a hireling, right? She's not for you. She's not for the people. And that go back, and also because I see a lot of Jake men too rallying behind this, right? With that Queen of Heaven spirit. Understand what I'm saying? Because you should, as a man, brother, you should look at this, and this should make you cringe. And you can say that this is what America wants it to look like, right? See, because they don't want you, they just want your women, right? And they go back to the what's my guy name? The slave guy, right? That wrote the letters. Understand about how to condition the black woman to hate the black man, right? I forget his name. Hopefully, it come to me. Y'all should write this out. Come to me doing this lesson. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't get the guy's name out, right? But he wrote the letters about how to condition the black woman to separate from the black man during times of slavery, right? And essentially how the black woman is important because you can use the black woman to keep reproducing livestock, which is the slave children. Understand? So you take the black man now, keep pumping her full of that nice old Esau juice and bring out some more little black slave babies to keep it going because that was the livestock. All right. So yeah, and now you got Jake Brothers. Understand? And that same Queen of Heaven spirit champion behind this, right? As a man, this makes me cringe when I look at this. You understand what I'm saying? And then and to say that this person is gonna be for me, how? And most of the Jake women got black kids by black men, right? So you look at your broken family, right? And your $50,000 that you got job a year, and then you look at this and say, "Oh man, she here to help me." Idiots, right? Let's get into it. So now, let's start at 44:7, right? It says, "Therefore now thus said the Lord Yahweh, the God of hosts, the God of Israel, wherefore commit ye this great evil against your souls, to cut off from you man and woman, child and suckling out of Judah, to leave you none to remain." And a little background context, right? This is Jeremiah 44 chapter. This is Jeremiah giving prophecy to the Israelites that are dwelling in Egypt. And they down in Egypt having a good old time, sacrificing the gods, right? Burning incense and offering to strange gods, indulging in all kind of wickedness, right? And with the actions that they commit, and that ye provoke me into wrath with the works of your hands, right? Burning incense unto other gods in the land of Egypt, right? So like I was saying, Jake down in Egypt having a good time. And they party and they kick it, being real wicked and unrighteous, right? According to in the eyes of the Lord, which is all that matters. And this is Jeremiah delivering that to them, right? Like, yo, your actions are provoking the Lord into anger. What you doing, right? And it says that ye might cut yourselves off, and that ye might be a curse and a reproach among all nations on earth. Yo, they making a mockery of you all. They mocking you. What's when you look at I'm a let's get into it. When you right, because you got this. This is what you got. Somebody call Rihanna, I'm about to draw with him. He with the stage because he in the wild women. Put the legs on his head, now he loves high women. Yo, you are, and I'm not sure if you can hear the audio or not, but just look quick. Look at the audience. Look at the audience. Look at the audience. Look at this. You have become a reproach to the other nations. And I'm gonna come back to Jeremiah. I'm gonna come back to Jeremiah. I think was it I think I'm gonna come back to it. Ezekiel 22. Which one? Right, you have become a reproach and a mockery to these other nations. Which one is Ezekiel 22? Oh, bam. Ezekiel 22 and 4. Thou art become gullible in thy blood, right? And that thou hast shed and hast defiled thyself in thy idols, which thou hast made. Oh, Salakim, forgive me. Thou art become guilty in thy blood that thou hast shed, and hast defiled thyself in thy idols, which thou hast made, and thou hast caused thy days to draw near, and are come even unto thy years. Therefore have I made thee a reproach unto the heathen and a mocking to all countries. You guilty, right? You have become a reproach and a mockery, right? Look who in the audience. Old ass Jake women, soft ass Jake man, heathen, soft ass Jake heathen. I'm just gonna keep like heathen, pointing out heathen, soft ass heathen. You know what I'm saying? You have become a reproach. And because Esau know that Jake love worshiping, Esau know he knows Jake love worshiping. So what they gonna do? Right? They throwing up that powerful queen of the heaven energy and spirit. Understand? Because they gotta double down on that. Right? They gonna trick you with the faces. Right? Then they gonna give you a circus. Right? Cause they know what Jake like. Right? And here you are again being a reproach and a mockery. Because nothing she talking about has any substance. Not the way she looks, not what she talking about. You are the president. Let's just flow with the circus for a second. It's a presidential campaign, and you talking about a man tricking off on you, and you putting this little hot box on him. That's the beginning and end of the substance. And look at what she weighing as well, right? Let's just indulge in the circus, right? So even in the circus, it's not presentable, but they know what Jake want, because they know how stupid Jake are. Understand? They know how bad you need to worship these things, right? Like they trying to put the Queen of Heaven spirit up very, 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 very powerfully. And I'm kind of jumping off a little bit, right? Because I usually like to have my thing flow so I can stay on track. Because the spirit sometimes get me overzealous, and I'll be just going, 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 right? But go back to Jeremiah, right? Ye have forgotten the wickedness of your fathers and the wickedness of the kings of Judah and the wickedness of their wives and your own wickedness and the wickedness of your wives, which they have committed in the land of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. And if you a man out there getting behind this, my brother, understand what I'm saying? You need to drop down to your knees and get to asking for some serious forgiveness. And then you need to get up, put your hand in your pants, and feel your balls and feel your nuts. Because how can you advocate for this? Because I don't see the men surviving this. Understand? Right? Let's leave her the question of whether she is or she not black or whatever out the picture, right? When you look at this, where you at in her? Exactly, you not in the picture. You understand? Understand? So how can you as a man rally behind this? I can understand the women, but the women are the women, right? But that's why I say, you forget the wickedness of your wives. Understand? And they got to put up that powerful, powerful queen of heaven spirit. Jeremiah 44:10. They are not humbled even unto this day. Neither have they feared nor walked in my law, nor in my statutes that I set before you and before your fathers. Understand? This is this is wicked. You know what I'm saying? The show is wicked. The circus is wicked. They putting a very powerful magic right now, brothers. Between the Olympics and this Queen of Heaven spirit, they putting a very, very, very powerful magic. And the women, the most of all, are riled up, right? But we as men got to make sure we stay rooted. We got to remember the wickedness that's going on. Understand? They are not humbled even unto this day, neither have they feared nor walked in my law. Right? So not only are you out here trusting in your enemy, understand what I'm saying? You out here worshiping the false idols that your enemies are using to get you to continue to bend the knee, to stay under that delusion and that derision. And because this magic is so powerful with the women, you got a lot of Jake men gonna follow up behind it under the act of women's rights. We gotta protect women. We gotta put the only way you can protect women is by being men. And the only way we can do our job is through the power and grace of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. In that order, just as the scriptures tell us to do. Right? They throwing that bread and that circus at you. Understand? Because this what you look like as a man trying to, do what you gonna do. Let's just type that in, bro. Kamala. We close enough. We close enough to it. Way to go though. I said I gotta add. Come on, man. You out here?
You can't understand the struggles of gun violence if you're not in the field or in the heart of it.
Come on, man. You out here in a see-through sheer shirt with a tank top on, all your pretty necklaces. This is what you look like. Feminized, foolish, ignorant, dumb, and paid off. Understand? Real soft. Real soft and gullible. Real dumb. And these are the idols. These are the princes. These are the judges of Jake today. These clowns. And they dress like clowns. And they look like clowns. But your stupid ass gonna follow up behind them. Right? But your dumb ass gonna never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted so is his wickedness. You can't see the setup? Man, Jake pisses me off. You can't see the setup. And I keep coming back to this. I keep coming back to this picture. Look at this. This what you gonna rally behind? Dang, like I said, it don't matter who win. Kamala Harris or Ted Diddy Trump. It don't matter. Trouble is ahead, period. Understand? But, call me a fool at heart, because I always, think, somehow, we can still, we can be less divided. Understand? I mean, it's gonna all get better in the kingdom once your house shot get here. It all work out in the kingdom. It'll be good in the kingdom. And in my heart, I'm still a little fool. I be hoping that we could be less divisive, right? But here it is, dangerous territory that we keep going in. And again, we under the curses. Boom. Esau has done a diligent search. He knows what makes Jake tick, and he gonna exploit that, right? And here we are engaging in the circus, and we got women continuing to contribute to the demise of the people, right? By going to be broken and separated. You know what I mean? I'm saying, like we see in Jeremiah 44, and I forgot where it is when it's later down. What they said they will not hearken. This year 15, right? And we can hit 15. Then all the men which knew that their wives had burned incense unto other god, and all the women that stood by, a great multitude, even all the people that dwelt in the land of Egypt and Patros, answered Jeremiah, saying, the water, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Because I'm talking about this. As for the word, this is the women, this is the people talking about Jeremiah. As for the word that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of Yahweh, we will not hearken unto thee. So Jeremiah went and told them, yo, y'all fucking up, y'all doing wicked shit. The Lord don't like it and he mad. He gonna fuck y'all up. And then what they say? Man, we don't care what you talking about. We not finna listen to what you saying, but we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth to burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, as we have done. They telling Jeremiah, yo man, big middle fingers. You understand? We're gonna keep doing what we do. We're gonna worship well who we want to worship. We're gonna drink what we want. We're gonna party. We're gonna whatever. Right? As we have done, we and our fathers, our kings and our princes in the city of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. For then we had plenty of victuals and were well and saw no evils. And they said, we're going to keep doing what we doing because we don't see nothing wrong with what's going on. We're going to keep doing what we doing. It's a, but they under a strong delusion. Understand what I'm saying? They don't have the eyes to see nor the ears to hear. Right? And all we can do, but for us, for the elect, for the men of the Lord, if you want, these scriptures and this truth, you can see the setup. Understand? You can see the setup. You can see what's going on. You can see how strongly they trying to put that magic up in the air, right? With this Queen of Heaven spirit, right? Right? With the more changing of the faces. Understand? So I'm just gonna cut it here. And I'm just gonna say, shalom to next time. Shalom, shalom, shalom.